crazy. It's not good for the country, I would say. Congressman, thanks so much for that. I appreciate it.
You bet. Thank you, Tucker.
Sean Davis co-founded The Federalist, which has covered the Russian nonsense from day one, pretty ably, I would say. He joins us tonight. Sean, thanks so much for coming on. So maybe this is an unknowable question, but what is the obsession with Russia? What kind of mind frame would you need in order to conclude that Russia was the greatest threat America faces? That seems insane to me, given the evidence.
Well, I think it is a little bit insane, and I think it goes to the fact that after the 2016 election, when Donald Trump beat Hillary Clinton, there was something of a psychotic mental break among the collective Democratic mind where they couldn't accept that Donald Trump had fairly and squarely beaten Hillary Clinton, so they had to come up with some sort of excuse, some rationale to explain how the big bad orange man could have taken down their political savior, and they just can't accept that she was unpopular, so they have to come up with these increasingly bizarre conspiracy theories to explain her and their own failure to beat Trump, and the longer this goes on, the more deranged and more delusional they get. It's a real problem. I kind of wish at some point someone would sit them down and tell them they need to get help.
And America needs help, and America needs help, I would say, assembling a coalition to oppose the single most aggressive and fastest growing country in the world, the greatest threat to us, which is China. And why wouldn't we enlist the help of Russia to do that? This is preventing that from happening. How is this not imperiling our national security?
Well, honestly, I don't think a lot of these people care about national security. I think they care about their own political security. And like you said earlier, it's absurd to say that Russia is somehow the #1 geopolitical foe of the United States. They might be run by a madman, a tin-pot tyrant, but to say they're the #1 threat is absurd. It's clearly China. They are taking over wide swaths of the sea over there. They're belligerent towards our allies. They are stealing our goods. They're stealing our trademarks and our intellectual property, and then they're rushing in illegal drugs and opiates and flooding the nation. They are a huge threat culturally, politically, and militarily, and it's absurd that anyone would ever look at Russia, or really any other country for that matter, and say that somehow they're a bigger threat. We actually need a single, unified, cohesive plan to counter China, because they are the threat for the next century to our country.
That's for certain. Sean Davis, thanks so much for that. Good to see you tonight.
Thank you, Tucker.
Richard Goodstein is a lawyer.